first, I want to apologize to our followers. May not have some of the bells and whistles that we normally do because, well, my computer just went through a malfunction, but we'll try and put her through it. First off, you were out of the picture last week, and filling in on the Friday update in your stead were a couple freshmen. They did a pretty nice job on there.
You know, when I saw that for the first time, I had to laugh. No, they did. I'm still trying to figure out Halstead's comment about the weather. If he can find better weather than we have had up to this point in terms of 70 degrees and hot and no rain, and I mean, if there's better baseball weather in the country, I want to know about it. So I'm still trying to figure out what Ryan was talking about.
Well, I tried to show in the background the beautiful blue sky and 80 degrees from that day, but hey, he's a freshman. We'll give him a pass this time. You're over halfway through fall ball. Seen a lot of scrimmages. How are things going for your team so far, and what's your general take?
Well, I would say my overall impression is we haven't been real consistent. We'll have really good days, and then we'll have really bad days. And I think anybody who understands baseball, success will come if you're consistent. And whether it's you're consistent at the plate, you're consistent on the mound, and you can break it down to the individual level. But as a team, certainly the most consistent teams that have a little talent are going to have success. So I think we've got to do a better job of having consistently good practices in the last few weeks as we wind down.
You talked a lot about intensity on Twitter. Do you think that's maybe a byproduct of having so many young kids, or?
Yeah, I think they're getting used to the schedule for real. You know, again, I get the double whammy. You know, having a son in the program with a wife who talks to the son not as a player like I do, but as a college kid going through college baseball. You know, I get the critique at home from my wife that these kids are worn down, but you know that there's a method to the madness, and that's part of it. Is the biggest adjustment for a lot of new guys is just getting used to that college schedule, and let alone a normal college schedule of you don't have the greatest sleep schedules, I know, in college, but when you add on top of that being involved in a major Division I baseball program, it takes some getting used to. So we realize we're going to get a little bit of that. We do. We ask a lot of these guys. We do it early, but we do that so that we get them used to, because the rigors of a 56-game schedule in the spring are certainly going to be greater than what we're going through now.
Throughout the country, a lot of people have been talking about the new bats. We talked to you about it a couple weeks ago. You'd just seen them, but now you've been using them in the scrimmages. Have they been a big issue for your team so far?
You know, it's funny. I read an article today, and I would agree with the coaches on the main point. I don't think we needed to mess with college baseball. That said, I haven't really noticed a huge difference. The guys who were hitting home runs are still hitting home runs. In fact, Basil hit a home run. You know, so if Basil hit a home run, those bats are fine. But you know, you notice a difference, but yet it hasn't been as overwhelming. I think I read the thing where Texas hasn't hit a home run in batting practice or something like that. I've not noticed that with our guys. So you know, we're not. It is what it is. We're going to use those bats, so we better get used to them. I wish they wouldn't have changed it. Maybe they'll go back. It's been a good product, but you know, what are you going to do about it? You got to use the bat, so we're not going to get too worked up about it.
For those keeping score at home, Alex Dickerson, 5 home runs in the first 7 games, so he has not been affected at all. Lastly, it's flag football season. That's a big deal for the IU baseball team, but you were out last week. Is there a quarterback controversy brewing?
There is no quarterback. You know, you get to Friday updates because of the team baseball is going to defend their title again. But no, there is no quarterback controversy. I am the quarterback. Curitin had his day in the sun, and that'll be it. He's now back to second string.
Now, you lost your star with Greg Heben going over to the football team. Who's been stepping it up?
You know what, not being there, I don't know. I got the reports from Wes Wilson, but we'll see this Sunday. We got another game this Sunday, and Brett Favre will make an appearance again. But so we'll have maybe next Friday's report. We'll have a better full report on the flag football season in addition to the baseball stuff.
And you don't expect to be as rusty as Brett Favre in reality has been?
No, we've been training all off season to be ready for this moment.